Hi, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I'm here with LisaRaye McCoy and Lawrence, otherwise known as Larry as well. Hilton-Jacobs, stars of the all-black television series A House Divided. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thank you.
It would be very remiss of me not to acknowledge the legends that are in the room right now. I'm in good company. Stop it, Lisa.
Forrest Whitaker just walked in. Okay.
It's amazing because with the both of you, you started off with projects that became such cult classics that years later, like everybody still, and you still gain new fans, I'd imagine, based on your project. Like, what does that even feel like to always have been working in Hollywood? It's not an easy thing to be a working actor in Hollywood.
Blessed. Are you kidding me? Yeah, we're just, to be working is just the highest of zeals, you know. And LisaRaye and myself, you know, where people think of us and they still, you know, want to hire us and they bring us forward. We don't take it lightly. You know, we work hard and we get into it, but it's just fantastic to be able to do it. You know, my sister tells me something. She says, "My God, you know, you're 68 and Glenn Turman is 74. You guys are still working." I'm saying, "Yeah, because you know we need a job, like anybody else." And you know, we like to keep going forward. So it's fantastic.
And I don't think that I realized it because being able to work with a talent such as himself, I grew up watching him. Like I was truly a fan. So to be able to know the longevity of his career and to be on the show with him now, to be able to add to my resume, I'm like, oh, this is how it feels. Because when I have him come on, when he comes on set, it's like, oh, he here. You know what I mean? It's like you feel the presence of old Hollywood. You feel the presence of someone that has
old Hollywood. Yeah.
You know, when I say that in the most humbling way, because we remember him as Coach Cheese. We remember him in Welcome Back, Carter. You know what I'm saying? And so when you become that iconic with roles that go that far back, when you can really say when you were little, it's almost like, wow. And here I am with you now. You know what I mean? And so that speaks volume for him, but it says something for me as well, that I get a chance to be in the company of someone that has been this talented for so long that can teach me something.
Yeah, that's a truly, like, that's a very humble statement for you to make. And I guess that would be my question, is just for both of you, does it ever get to a point, like, do you still see yourselves being, I guess, even like fans of people, you know, because
of course, yeah. No, I mean, there's many people who I'm gonna tell you, many years ago, I mean, rest in peace now, but I was working with a music producer, Wayne Henderson, and he was coming to my house one day and he says, "Oh, I have a friend with me. I'm going to bring him by." I said, "Well, it's okay." He says, "He's an actor." I said, "It's okay." And it was Yaphet Kotto. Yaphet Kotto to me was God. Okay, you know, and he was sitting down on my couch in my den and he wanted something to drink. So I got him some grape juice. And I said, "Yaphet, do you mind if I take a minute to just be myself?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "I can't believe you in my house." You know, I mean, a lot of people I admire. As a kid growing up in New York City, I used to walk around the Broadway districts and I watched the posters of when James Earl Jones was doing The Great White Hope, or Brock Peters was on Broadway, or Roger Robinson, you know, all these people, you know. And in my neighborhood, I grew up in a neighborhood that was nuts. I mean, there used to be a guy who used to walk around that I thought he was a bum for a lot of years when I was a kid. It turned out to be Morgan Freeman, of all people, and Miles Davis and Dick Anthony Williams and Tony King and Ron O'Neal. They all lived in the hood. Claudia McNeil lived across the street. So it's an honor to be part of a game like this, you know, and the legacy just goes on. It's just fantastic.
And when you do a film like, you know, my first film was Players Club. You know, I was so new. I was just wanting to just absorb everything I could. But I had Ice Cube, I had Jamie Foxx, I had Bernie Mac, rest in peace, Michael Clark Duncan, rest in peace, Alex Thomas. It was so many talents that was in there that catapulted our professional careers in the game, you know? And so when people say to me now, "There go Diamond," I just turn around and go, "Yay, yay." Absolutely. I'm going to forever be Diamond. And that's okay with me. You know what I mean? At least I'm not a cubic zirconia. You know, I'm still shining.
Yeah, because sometimes people do have a problem with
fans as well as actors. I'm sorry to cut you, honey, but you know, I'm just trying to add to it. You know, I'm just thinking about people even in recent times. Viola Davis, I think, is beyond brilliant.
Oh my God!
she's riveting, you know. And Denzel Washington, who's a good buddy of mine, and you know, we used to hang out in the clubs together and all that. But I look at him sometimes and I said, my God, he's just special. You know, Forrest Whitaker, you know, and I watched Forrest Whitaker grow up as a kid. I've known him since he was 16 years old, you know, and so we're fans, and we get to work with each other. Me working with Lisa and knowing her LisaRaye, knowing her all these years is an honor, and I mean that sincerely. And what we bring to each other is we talk about it and we compliment each other, and we are sincere in that. But it's not an effort for us. It just happens, you know, because we're both not stupid. We refuse to be dumb. We're both tough guys, you know, but we also are open to being diverse, to let things develop out of the moment. And we discuss it. So it's okay. And I promise LisaRaye, when we film any more scenes at the beach, it won't be cold. If I'm
right.
Is that what it was?
I'm a fan of everyone at every level. And some I'm a super fan of, but I'm a fan of everybody, because when you're in this game, you're doing something and get an opportunity to do something that a lot is not doing. So whatever level that you're doing it, you're still doing it. You know what I mean? Because if they could, it would be more of us, but it's not. It is us. So with that and knowing that position, we stand strong and firm in that, and we keep doing what we're doing. We're relevant. We're still working. We're still getting a check. We're doing something that we like to do. People are loving our work. We're in our 4th season. People are already applauding us. And so with that applaud and giving us our roses while we're still living, I'm patting myself on the back because I deserve that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're not supposed to say this either, you know, because Lisa's saying is also on point, and we're in a 4th season, and we're not supposed to say it because it's not official, but we got picked up for a 5th.
Oh, that's but
I gave it up.
Right, but it doesn't surprise me because like, again, this is another one of those shows that has this. It's very like a soap opera. And the following, it's crazy. Like, it's social media. Everyone is so engaged and so involved with these characters. So it's like, you guys, here you go, just striking gold again, you know?
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It's just a nice
striking diamonds.
I'm always pleasantly surprised at just how the people speak, you know, because they're just so invested. I have friends that text me and go, girl, I know doggone well you didn't do blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
you didn't do that.
You know what I mean? Or tell me what's going to happen. And I'm like, what episode? I don't even know what we at, you know?
No, I mean, it's everybody's just truly invested. And I just wanted to ask you, LisaRaye, just really quick. There was a time in Hollywood where, especially for women, there's kind of like, could only be like one it girl at a time. Do you feel like, and I guess maybe it's almost like Black women were almost competing for the same roles. Do you think that it's progressed better in today's, you know, as far as the range of roles that are available?
I think that we're taking the reins ourselves. We're doing more in-house. You know, we're producing now our own stuff. You know, we're directing as well our own stuff. We are invested in our own stories. You know what I mean? We're no longer just waiting on them to just have a casting for a job. You know what I mean? And what I do like is that this Black Lives Matter thing that's been going on, it's allowing us to really come together as a community of Black actors, a community of Black women, a community of Black professionals to say, how can we make a difference here for real? Because now it's our turn. We've been handed the mic, and now it's time for us to say something, because we damn sure can't hand it to the millennials. Not right now. They can't handle it right now. You know what I'm saying? And so we really have to be the adults that we are in our world. You know what I mean? And so when I see people that's ahead of me, like Larry, it's like, yeah, he been there, done that. Why not partner up with him? He's a name value. He's a brand. He's historic. He's iconic. He's a veteran. Let me partner up with someone that can ante up so we can stand up and do something, so the people behind us can have an example, because we had people in front of us that was the example. That is how life has to go.
Yeah.
I am looking for those type of people, those type of friends, them type of family doggone members. I'm looking for somebody to bring something to the table, because I am the table.
Okay. That's a word. No, I love that. That's really inspirational energy.
Yeah.
And even just from what she was saying, Larry, I understand that you directed episodes with the show as well.
He did direct, and he directed an episode with me in it. And that's what he was talking about, where he said we had a scene on the beach and it was cold because he kept forgetting his line. And I was like, I think about the fifth take, I looked at him, I said, if you don't get this damn line right, I swear to God, you know what I mean? Because I had on this swimming suit with this thin little cover up or whatever, and it was freezing. I mean, the sand was even cold, and then the water kept coming up into my feet. And I was trying to real hard not to go, ooh, you know, but it was like, come on, you know, we get a chance to film in so many different circumstances. Till it ain't even funny. They don't even know that. But to be and have an opportunity to be behind the scene just as well as in front, I know this is something that he's been doing and he's going to do more of. And even I have directed my first directorial debut in a movie called Skin that I sold to TVOne a couple of years ago. And I'm looking through the lens with a different eye as well, you know, different angles. So I'm looking to diversify. I'm still growing. I'm liking where I'm going. I feel good. I look good. I'm gonna always keep myself together.
You always do.
I'm working differently now. I'm working for legacy. I got a grandbaby, my daughter. I got to leave some stuff back here for them. You know what I mean? And I got to live life. I got to be happy. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna say what I need to say. I'm gonna mean what I mean. I said what I said when I said it, and I'm gonna be happy. I don't let no grass grow under my feet, and I advise that for everybody else. So if you hadn't, and that's out with 2021, here's 2022. Do the damn thing.
I've always loved that about you, because you really advocate for women, and you always have inspirational messages. So I have watched your career, and I've seen you talking out, and I've seen how you just really stand up for us, you know? So it's we need that kind of voice in Hollywood, and just everything that you've said, it's not just me, like you're really talking about, like when you said even like creating legacy and reaching up to people that have come before you and standing with them. You don't always hear people talk like that, because a lot of people are so self-involved. They don't even understand the investment in trying to come together as a collective. And that's a lesson we could all learn.
Yeah. And it's so funny because just on my talk show that I have, Cocktails with Queens on FoxSoul,
I watch.
Just recently I had a little thing with, you know, Ari Fletcher. And you know, with this domestic violence thing, and Rihanna, Fenty X, you know, had dropped her for, you know, some candid kind of stuff that she had said on her Instagram about her previous relationship. And for me, it wasn't that I was doing this. I was doing this.
Yeah.
Baby, let me talk to you, because I can, because I used to be you. I can because I've been there. I can because someone did it for me. So I'm going to do it for you. Nobody may have said anything to you, but I am.
Yeah.
I will. And I was so glad that she took it, because there was no malice in it at all. It was just a teachable moment.
Am I?
We all got teachable
Am I back?
You're back.
You're back. Too.
Okay, I'm back. You know, I mean, I want to say something earlier that LisaRaye was saying, you know, that before I got frozen, you know, when you want to be like, if people are, let's say, basketball players or sports players, you play with people who are better than you, so you can up your game, you know, and stuff like that. So that's what we're doing. I call it actor games. I remember I used to do this with James Earl Jones a couple of times. I worked with him, who was this tremendous stage actor, and he had all this, you know, vibrato about him. But in film, he was not secure. He would even ask me, he says, how did you guys do it, Larry? You know, and so forth, this and that. So we would match each other's power and strength, not as a competition, but as a compliment to one up each other. That's the game of it. So that's what happens with us in this particular moments that I'm having with LisaRaye McCoy, you know, doing it, is that we're bringing each other's flavor. It's not about who's the better actor. It has nothing to do with that. And we're both good actors. You know, it's about bringing your flavor, my flavor, and then creating something else. You know, so we make chicken salad out of chicken salad. So there you go. Yeah.
I cannot begin to tell you all how invaluable and important this conversation was for me to hear, and I'm sure that it will be the same for other people, because, again, as I was telling LisaRaye before you had dropped off, there are things that that don't necessarily resonate with people, like in terms of just like coming together and understanding it. You literally even just said the same thing, and just reaching out to people that you may even see as maybe better than you. I like the basketball reference. I'm a basketball fan, but a lot of times people just they want to stand alone, and they don't understand the impact of a group of people being great together. So I want to thank you all for this conversation.
Absolutely. We don't do it alone. We all are collaborative. We're all a part of each other. We all need each other. You need friends, you need family, you need support, and that's understood. And when somebody starts to think that they're by themselves as if they're a chosen one, then they're halfway lost. We know our limitations, so we have to be honest to that. That's how we excel. We get our own BS, and I'm all that, which is, tiring, to be honest. Somebody said, I'm the greatest. I mean, okay, you got a new suit of clothes on. I'm not going to talk about it an hour later. I already seen it. So now what else do you have?
We're going to be representing our culture in a way in which, All Black has allowed us to, and our fan base has been able to accept and given us 4 seasons and 5 seasons coming.
Yes, exactly. We got to let the cat out the bag there. Thanks for that, Larry.
and right here, and where is it? I can't point over there. I can't. I get so. Yeah. Okay, Cooley High right there. There it is. Cooley High.
Cooley High legend. And it's so funny. I sing the Welcome Back Kotter theme song all the time. But
oh my God.
That's like my karaoke go-to, low key. But that's another story.
Okay.
But I want to thank you guys so much for this. My name is Koku with blackfilm.com. Of course, I'm here with LisaRaye McCoy and Lawrence Hilton-Jacobs. We are calling him Larry now, so I feel very familiar.
There you go. Bring it on, Coco.
It's Koku.
Koku. Yeah. Okay, I gotta get it real, man. Koku. It's Coach Cheese and it's Koku. Got it.
There you go.
Coach Cheese just called me. You know what? Now this
is real.
What a moment. But thank you so much for your time. And we just have to again go back and let people know that we are now in season 4 of A House Divided. It's on All Black. It's great, y'all. This is if you've been missing your stories, your soap operas, and then he let a little cat out the bag there. But this is exactly the type of show that you're looking for. It is excellent and it's a lot of fun, and you're gonna get very invested in the characters.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know what? One last thing, and I know I'm gonna get in trouble, but one thing I've noticed: people that have excellent resumes, that have accomplished a lot of things, they're always the most kind people in the room, So I think that's just one more thing I want people to take away from this interview is that I'm look at who I'm sitting with, and they're not coming up here with no attitudes. They're coming here with free game, I mean, just remember that, when
we're grateful, we're truly grateful, and we're still doing it, and so we're not tripping, we've been at it a while, but it's we're lucky, and we know it.
Yeah,
it's hard work as well. We've earned it, but it's a nice thing. So yes, I appreciate you having that observation. And one of these days, I'm gonna actually really like LisaRaye too. I might even like her. One of these days. So,
yeah, right.
Thank you so much for your time, and you all have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later.
If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.